Most advice on body language is fucking garbage. All I see on the internet is people telling you stuff like this.
You might feel anxious on the inside, but if you do these 5 nonverbal behaviors, you will come across as more confident.
Or stuff like this.
Have your palms open.
You want your head up, chest out, and shoulders back and down.
Hold the eye contact. Open up the body. Have your palms open. Stand like this.
Well, have you heard of forward foot position?
Maybe you should have your leg a certain way. Maybe touch your face. It's acting classes. Just act. It doesn't matter what you feel inside. You can feel crappy inside. You can just fake it on the outside. What they are getting right is that your body feels unsafe, so you want to hide vital organs, you want to hide yourself, but they're not telling you why you're hiding. They're not telling you the root cause. They're trying to fix the symptoms, but they're not telling you why it happens. They're not telling you why your body shuts down. They're not telling you why you want to hide or hide your vital organs. There's a reason for that. And I'm going to tell you why. So they focus on the signals, but they're not focusing on the actual state inside. Your body will always tell the truth. And they're actually telling you this. If you look up videos where they're like dissecting certain situations, where they're, okay, he touched his mouth, he's touched his face, he's hiding, he's now lying, right? They're like doing analysis on the internet. But then they're not really telling you how you can fix that, how you can be open without feeling shitty inside. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So, there's many reasons why you actually feel unsafe in different settings, in social settings especially, and how your body language is signaling that fear. You can't really hide it. Your body will always tell the truth. It will snitch on you. You can try and lie to yourself up here, but your body is always telling a story. And there's 2 main reasons that I'm going to talk about in this video. There are many reasons, but the 2 main reasons that I find out for myself is, number 1, biology, simple biology. We've been alive for millions of years. Homo sapiens was alive for approximately 2 million years. And you really think that modern world, the past 300 years, is going to override that? You're wrong. Number 2 is your past experiences. How everything you experience, the emotions, the pent-up tensions, the things that you never got to express is still in the body, and how you need to let that go. So, number 1, your biology is overriding your body with fear, anxiety, and especially because of your selective focus. So your brain, it gets a lot of stimuli, and it can only focus on 100 things approximately at a time. So when that happens and you let your brain go on autopilot, then it's going to scan for danger. Your brain's ultimate focus is going to be scanning for danger, okay? And in the past, when we used to live in tribes, the main focus was staying alive because so many things could kill you. And one of the things was to not get thrown out of the group. You need to do whatever you can to stay within the group, stay within the tribe. So, a high-stake situation back then would be a social setting. You would not want to be left out, okay? So you do whatever you can to fit in. So whenever you're in a social setting, your brain is activated because it thinks that this is life or death. But in the modern world, that's not true. And your body sends these signals out. It will come out. You can try and override your nervous system and try and force yourself to open up the palms and open up the vital organs. Meanwhile, inside you're a fucking mess because you actually feel unsafe for a reason and you're not addressing that. So what happens when you feel a certain way and you act a certain way? It's misaligned. It becomes fake. It becomes incongruent. And people will pick up on that. They'll get a weird vibe. They'll look at you and like, there's something off with this person. I don't really want to hang out with him. And they'll just fuck off. Okay? There's a reason why you are alienating people. Because you feel and think a certain way, but you're acting another way. And that's called being fake. Okay? You're trying to manipulate. So what you have to do is stop copying the acts and change the inner state. That's what you have to do. So your selective focus, instead of letting it run on autopilot like a robot, you just, you're not thinking. You're not aware of your surroundings. You're not in a fucking dangerous situation. You're with friends. Then just, can you let that go? Can you just allow whatever happens, happens? Just accept. So the moment you try and manage your behavior, you've actually also left the body. You've left the right now, the present moment. You are now in your head. You're managing other people's perceptions of you. You're micromanaging your stances, your eye contact. I need to have a steady eye contact. Maybe, my legs are, they're not wide enough. I don't have a good stance. You're editing yourself. And by doing that, you're lagging. Things happen in real time. You are behind. You are trying to catch up. And people can feel that. When you're in your head, that's the first thing. People will like see that your eyes are rolled backwards. You're up here, trying to perform. It looks stupid. But we all do it. What this ultimately is you trying to force reality. You are not aligning yourself with truth. Because your body, it has the truth. Your mind, you can lie to yourself. You can try and lie to the world by your words. But this is the ultimate truth. And when you align mind and body with the truth, then it becomes effortless. Okay? So that was number one, the biology of it all, your selective focus. You can only focus on certain things at a time. So be aware. Instead of thinking, these are my enemies, I should maybe be wary of them. Everyone is my friend. I don't have nothing to fear. No one is going to bash my head with a stone because I'm talking to this particular person. Even if that is their mate, their girlfriend, or whatever, no one is going to kill you because of that. Meanwhile, in the old world, that may have happened. They'll just come and kill you. And we still live with that fear biology, like in our biology. Okay? So be aware and then try to center yourself in reality. We live in the modern world. No one is going to kill you for just talking or expressing. And main point number 2 is your body is still remembering your past. So let's say in your upbringing you had strict parents, you weren't allowed to speak up, you had to keep your feelings inside, don't cry, don't show emotions, right? In the animal world, when a gazelle gets chased by a lion and it's 2 millimeters from dying, what happens after when it's free, it didn't get eaten, it survived, it's going to find a safe place and it's going to shake that fear, that experience, that anxiety, that terror. It's going to shake it off. It's going to just stand there and just tremble and shake and then maybe do that in 2 minutes, and then everything is nice and peachy. It forgets. It's not going to ruminate on that. It's not going to remember that. It's finished. It's done. It's not thinking about it. We have the greatest tool, but that tool, if it turns on you, it's the biggest nightmare. So what happens, the body, it wants to release, but we're keeping it inside. We're not letting it because we've been taught that expressing emotions is bad. So what do? You keep it inside. All the pent-up emotions, the tension, unexpressed desires, laughter, you name it. A lot of things gets just stored in the body. You have shame, anger, sadness. All of those things are just staying in here. And we're not giving it an outlet. It needs to be released. So I saw a video where a guy told his students, if you hold a feather for 1 hour, is it going to be heavy? Maybe not. What if you hold it for 24 hours? What if you hold it for 40 years? What do you think happens to your hand, your arm? Yeah, it's going to feel heavy. And these things usually will catch up to you in your mid-40s. I hear a lot of people that says this, that if you haven't fixed your internal issues when you're 40, it's really going to catch up to you. So this is really important to just fix, let it go. You need to let go of the past, okay? And I'm going to tell you how. But what happens in social settings when you experience something that triggers that emotion, you're going to go right back to the first time it happens, and your body thinks that you're still there, and you're going to experience the same terror, the same anxiety, the same feelings, and that's what you call being triggered. Okay? It's not trauma. It's just you need to let go of the energy. It's energy stored in the body. And just to be more specific, it's the fascia, the connective tissue inside the body. Studies have shown that your fascia creates electricity, which means the Eastern philosophy has been right about this all the time. They've said this for thousands of years, that you need to release the energy. And now we have science that confirms what they've said. So I have a few exercises that I'm going to tell you after, at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. Okay? And look, I'm not the most expressive guy. I like to be quiet. And I'll be quiet for most of the time, but I have gears that I can switch on. If there's a social setting where everyone is loud and everyone is having fun, I'll let that shit go. I'll let loose, I'll dance, I'll just sway, bro, you know? But in a group setting, I'm not the one who talks the most. I don't like talking a lot. I like staying quiet, but I can do it whenever I feel like it. You don't have to be the most extravagant, the most loud guy at the place, but you can if you want to. It's not like you're restricted, because what happens when you're forcing this is you'll see like it's a heavy energy. There's number one, you're actually scanning for where's the most value because you're in contracting mode. You're looking to extract value. And when that happens, everyone is like looking, okay, he's trying something. There's something that is off. And the funny thing about it is the guy who tries the most, the guy who is like, I have a good body language, you know? I have the right things to say all the time. I'm a linguist, okay? The biggest retard in the room is always going to be the most fun and the guy that everyone gravitates to. I'm not saying be the biggest fool. If you do that, you're trying again, right? If that's not congruent, you're trying. But if that's you, let loose. Be a dickhead. The problem with trying really hard is that you are mechanical. There's something that happens in the brain, the thought comes, and then you're filtering the thoughts, and then it comes out. You see how that there's steps, and then you present it. Meanwhile, if you're just in the body, you'll just blah. You're not thinking. The thinking brain is off. The logical, the mechanical, the analytical brain is not on. It doesn't need to be on in a social setting. You're not doing a heavy task. You're not doing analyzing. You're not on Excel. You're social. You need to let go. You need to be free, right? Dance. It's like flow. It's flowy. You're in this moment, whatever happens, you're with it. You're just, cruising, right? Cruising. That's how it feels. Not like, okay, he said this, I need to say this. Okay, just always pinging. Okay, who has the most value? I need to go to that person. Then when I'm with him, I'll get more status, right? You're seeking, you're like a leech. Meanwhile, if you're free, freedom, expression, you're going to be the one who adds value because you are releasing, and everyone wants to do that. Everyone would love to just be free from this. And when you are able to do that, you're going first, and you're allowing other people to join you. You're creating energy by doing that. Instead of going, okay, he, them, there, I need to go there. There's people, they're laughing there, I need to go there, right? So when you try and fake this, your body is going to ultimately show the truth. So let's say you're really like chest out and you're trying to have a dominant voice. Yeah, I would like to order a cheeseburger. I heard a guy, I was ordering food, and then some guy was like, yeah, I would like a cheeseburger. And like really trying to be dominant. And everyone was like, what the fuck? Why? Like, you sound weird, bro. Calm the fuck down. You're at McDonald's, right? It wasn't McDonald's, but you get my point. So what happens is it's incongruent and your body's going to leak information. You can hold it for an hour or two, but whenever something happens that triggers the real reaction, it's going to fall apart. And you will see it. There's something that is called chronic holding patterns. When you feel shame for a long time, your chest is going to be caved in. You are just like hiding. When you feel stress and just anxiety, your neck is going to be stiff. Your jaw is clenched, right? Your neck, like your throat, it will be contracted. You can't even speak up. Your voice is a big telltale sign. If you can't even speak up and just talk loudly, if you don't have like different gears on your voice, you can't like make it boom, then that's a big telltale sign. If you're like just here, you're just here all the time, right? And then the tonality of your voice is another thing. Are you seeking for permission? I know a lot of guys that whenever they talk to me as a friend, they're normal, but then there's another person coming in that they may look up to or they would like to impress or meet. Then all of a sudden, their voice is, huh? They're seeking for permission. They're like, huh? Huh? Like a beggar. And it reflects in their voice. It's like, instead of telling the cashier, hey, I want a cheeseburger, neutral. Can I get a cheeseburger? You see? Huh? Like a fucking bitch. So seeking for permission when they're talking, that's a big one. And another one is looking for permission to, let's say, laugh. Let's say we're all in a group and we're laughing, we're having fun, and then you're looking to that person, one person, and pinging off them, seeing if they're laughing. Oh, okay, then I can laugh. You're just, you can't hold tension. That's a big sign because your eyes is always telling the truth. So what do? You can't even hold the tension. So you look down. That's why most guys don't get laid, because they're afraid of showing who they are. Just like, here is me. Just allow other people to look inside. It's not, I'm gonna have eye contact to have a staring competition. What you actually do is you're like closing off. You're just, I have a shield. You need to open up. That's what eye contact is. You're making a connection by allowing. You're letting go. Okay? You're letting people in. So ultimately, the solution to this problem, as you can see, it's much deeper than just performing body language, performing confidence. Oh, I'm confident. I'm talking in a deep voice. Right? It's not performance. It's actually allowing your body to just have no resistance and fixing the internal turmoil, fixing the selective focus that you're not in danger. You don't live in the savannah for you're not 2 million years back. You're in the modern world. Nobody's going to kill you. There's consequences, right? There are some nutters out there, but it's highly unlikely. You are, at the majority of time, you are safe, okay? And you need to remind yourself that you are safe and try and experiment with that. Have fun with it. Just be loud and see, nobody kicked my head in, right? There are some exercises that you can start and just experiment with. Number one is you need to be aware, okay? Aware. How do you become aware? Meditation. You guessed it right. You need to meditate, bro. That selective focus that I'm talking about, the only way that you can control it is meditation. And it's really easy to meditate in a dark room by yourself, but what happens when you're in a social setting and you get anxiety? You need to center yourself and be present. That's why you train the brain. That's brain training, okay? It's exercise for the mind so that you're not running on autopilot like a fucking automaton. Number two is let go of past experiences. And this is much easier said than done. I spent years trying to learn this. And I learned it from a guy called Julian Blanc, which got it from a book called Letting Go. And you should definitely read that book, Letting Go and Power versus Force. And this is ultimately using power. You're aligning yourself with the truth. Your body is aligned with the truth, but your mind is trying to force behavior. And do you see how that it's not working? It's counterintuitive, counterproductive. The universe is always flowing one way. Here comes you trying to nope, I want this to happen. It doesn't work like that. So align yourself with the truth and let go of past experiences. I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to go deep into that because it's a whole fucking process. But basically, you need to meditate on the feelings that have been pent up inside. And you need to allow your body to experience those feelings. Don't run away from it. Your body would love to just release it, but you're not allowing it because your brain is, oh my God, I'm going to die if I do so. You think you're going to die. If you just experience a little bit of sadness, it will take you a minute, 2 minutes, maybe a whole day. Fuck it. But then it's finished. It's done. Allow yourself to feel. And just let it go. Let it go. Yeah, so that's letting go of past experiences and just allowing yourself to feel them. Number 2, you need to shake it off. Okay? So there's something that is called bioenergetics. When you have chronic holding patterns, which is called neurotic holding patterns, after holding a lot of shame, a lot of sadness, a lot of pent-up stress and emotions in the body, your fascia will calcify. It will become rigid. And you need to do asymmetrical holds, let's say like this. So again, open up the body, but in a controlled setting, you're at a safe space, and you're holding this, and then breathe. You see how I'm shaking already? You're gonna shake, bro. You're going to shake. And that shaking, that trembling is really good. That is the emotions leaving the body. And it's usually in the hips area, but there's a lot of different holds that you can do. You should definitely go and look that up on YouTube. There's a lot of videos talking about this, and I don't have to be the one that tells you how, okay? Just know that bioenergetics is something that you need to do to release the emotions from the fascia and the body, okay? Another exercise that I like to do to maintain that looseness is every morning when I wake up, I'll shake for a minute, half a minute, depends on my mood, but I usually just do it every morning, just shake. Okay, shake. And then before bed, so in the morning, before bed, you'll be good. Vocal exercises to release the tension around the neck. Just look up singing coaches, a lot of stuff like, stuff like that. Works wonders. Allows you to release the tension around the neck. And the last one with the tonality, try to, instead of just try to be aware next time you meet someone that is maybe you feel is higher status than you, then see, are you seeking for their permission? And stop it. Just fuck that, okay? So that's ultimately it. Try these exercises. I'm giving this all away for free. I don't want your money. I spent a lot of money, a lot of time the past 15 years trying to figure out this shit. And this is what I came up with, or this is what I ultimately landed on, the information that helped me the most. Okay? This is important because this is what helped me. And I'm just sharing it. A lot of people will get mad because they take a lot of money for this. But I don't give a fuck. I'm giving it all the way. All of it. I'm giving it for free. And if you want to talk one-on-one, you can DM me. We'll have a chat. Peace.